Hello, hello out there. Good evening. Happy time zone, everyone. Nice to see you all again. Welcome. My name's Splen. We're out here for the XGR anniversary race, year number 3. I'm excited to see you all. Welcome, everyone coming in. We're going to be starting the race here in a few moments. We are ready for heat number 1. We'll talk a little bit about the race here. For those who are new and aren't familiar with the XGR anniversary race, this is the annual reimagining of the very first race that Extreme G Racing ever held to Star Citizen. This is the third time's the charm. So the first official race was held by XGR in 2951 at this very track. Back then, it was called Lorville Gateways. Today, you guys might know it in the mission system as Lorville Outskirts, the very first official mission race adopted by CIG. How's it going, Hero, Octo, Tile? Welcome. So we're going to be doing 6 heats here, 2 laps each, and then 3 mains for 3 laps each. The winner today is going to be walking away with an LTI Mirai Pulse, generously donated to us. We have our host, as our current camera right now is Speedweed, also who happens to be the winner of last year's race. We're watching his camera right now, but hey, we got cameras all over the place. We've got Monster watching our tracks over there. Looks like he's about the middle of the track by brake check, so to speak. And we've got a couple onboard cameras. We've got Connor Risnick's racing camera here, Jacodin, and Playing Fox. All right, we're going to go ahead and get rid of my ugly mug here, and we're going to get straight to the action. We should be starting here shortly. Waiting for a few moments here. Luigi, our race director, is getting everyone ready for the first check. We're going to listen in.
Okay, let's start this thing.
Countdown. Good luck. 2 laps.
Okay, fun guys.
Remember,
if
if you have any problems, record your point of view, because I cannot see anything. I will share my screen.
I already.
Here we go. 30-second warning for the first heat of 6 today for the XGR anniversary race. Here we go. Good luck, everyone. There they go. The starting bell has rung, and we've got our racers off the starting line. Looks like we've got a little bit of chaos happening here right off the bat.
DNF.
Oh my goodness, we've got fresh DNF.
Fresh DNF.
Series of collisions. You could hear the racers talking about and confirming the DNFs there as we listen.
I don't even know what I hit. Emu DNF.
Fedical, DJT Geek. Emu is gone. Let's look in here on Connor's camera. A point of view, he's coming up with the pipes right now, getting ready for the first bend going up into the Skyway portion of the track. Whoa, taking it a little bit too close, and Connor's out. Oh, we saw first-person destruction, and there's Speedweed zooming in for us to see what's left of Connor while the other racers pass by. And Monster's got our track here, seeing who's in the lead. It looks like we've got Ordito up in front, maybe Playing Fox. Playing Fox looks like he has the lead right now going around the last bend. Heading down to the homeward bound stretch of the track and back up to the start finish to begin lap number 2. Now for this heat here, this is 2 laps happening right now. 2 laps for the first heat. And all the subsequent heats after that. 6 heats today before we get on to 3 main events and 3 laps each. Playing Fox going up the final gate before going through the start finish and starting off lap number 2. So aerial view, watching Playing Fox from Speed here, going up starting lap number 2 with a lap time of 1:19. Not too shabby here. Again, we're flying the 300i today in honor of the first race here, which took place also in the 300i. Not a racing ship by any means, but still can hold its own in the gentle curves of this more or less simplistic track. Looks like we're watching Diplomat and Diunite taking up the rear there of the first lap. See Neojet on the track, a celebrated racer here. Needs no introduction. Ordito, I think still in second place. But, oh, Ordito hits the turn at the highest portion of the track before going up to the Skyway, and he's out. That opens up second place for Neojet here, and Sherazar looking to contest second place with Neojet. It's going to be neck and neck between those two. Interesting watching what's happening there. Meanwhile, we got Playing Fox in first place, getting down to homeward bound. He's got a good 10 seconds on second place. So it looks like Heat 1's going to be in the bag for him as long as he keeps it together here for the remainder of lap number 1. Meanwhile, keep an eye here on Neojet and Sherazar. I do have Playing Fox's cam as well. Playing Fox is currently in the middle of the... I'm sorry, his is our first place. So yeah, Playing Fox is our first place, going across the start-finish line, and that'll be him winning Heat number 1, Playing Fox with a time of 2:37. Congratulations. And a better lap time than lap number 1. And here's our Sherazar taking up second place, able to edge out Neojet there. So Neojet coming in third. Finally, we got Kolbasa there for the fourth place finish. 2 racers still on track with Ricky Tiki and Diplomat. They'll be taking home some points. Unfortunately, our DNFs not getting through lap 1. If they didn't get through lap 1, I don't believe they're going to score according to the score. So, oh, Diplo DNF'd right at the last second. He should still get some placement though, because he got through lap number 1. We'll have to take a look at the results once this race is over. There's Diunite bringing up the rear and ending heat number 1 for us. Congratulations, racers. The race is not over, according to Luigi. We have one more racer on the track. Ricky Tiki coming through here. It looks like he's bringing up the rear. There's our finish. There's our finish. Slow and Steady wins the race sometimes. Take it from me, guys. Our third place finisher last year was Herbie, famous for going slow and steady and still took home a prize. So again, don't underestimate the racers who take it a little slower than the rest. All right, so we're getting ready for heat number 2 of 6 now as our racers respawn up at the hospital and start flying back downstairs here to Lorville outskirts. A lot of racers who didn't survive that first lap. Hopefully they'll be getting the rust out and getting nice and warmed up here for the remainder of the heat so they can stay alive a little better. Our first place finisher, Playing Fox, is resting peacefully there. About a quarter of his fuel tank gone. So if he continues staying alive, he's probably going to have to refuel his ship somewhere around heat number 4. Here's our camera from the host, Speedweed. First place winner of last year's anniversary race, taking a back seat to the racers and instead graciously volunteering to host this event for us. So thanks again, Speedweed. Very talented racer himself, certainly needs no introduction. Third place finisher of the Stanton Cup. Big shout out to our camera people. iMonster13 is on our second camera today, volunteering his time to help us get some pretty spectacular shots. We have Kalistar getting us some after action footage, not live today, but definitely getting us some sizzle reel for later. Monsters flying around in the new Aegis Peregrine, Saber variant for racing, while Speedweed, our host, is flying around in a Talon. Good agile ship for camera work. You can see some of the racers off to the side here, sort of just waiting for everyone else to respawn and get new ships. So again, welcome everyone who's just now joining. What's up, Holy Mega? Is there any first-person perspectives? You betcha. We do have a first person's perspective of our first place winner of heat number 1. This is Playing Fox. And let's take a look at our results now that they're coming in. So there's our results from race number 1. You can see we have our Playing Fox here in first place. Sherazar in second, just edging out Neojet. It was a good battle between them. You can see there's only a 2-second difference between second place and third place. Neojet needs no introduction. Celebrated racer himself coming in third. And Kolbasa, Dianutsman, and Ricky Tiki are our final 3 survivors of race number 1. Again, a bloodbath to be sure. So again, everyone who's just joining in, welcome to the XGR anniversary race number 3. My name's Splen, I'm your host for today. And we're just waiting for the racers to get back down here for heat number 2. See the 300i, the Origin 300i is our racer of choice for today. And this is all historical, folks. This is the 3rd anniversary of the very first race that Extreme G Racing held as a public event in Star Citizen, way back when this racetrack had no official CIG support or geometry, and we called it Lorville Gateways instead of the Lorville Outskirts that you're all familiar with from playing in-game. Winner of today's race takes home an LTI Mirai Pulse, and we're also giving away a ship randomly to one of the racers in a drawing, so stick around for that. Lots of racers here today. Definitely got a full channel. Here's one of our racers, Connor Risnick, had an unfortunate crash in lap number 1. He's getting all set up as well to get back on the track. Long-time racer here at XGR. Got Jacodin on his way back down. First person camera there. Jacodin, celebrated Arena Commander racer, certainly no stranger to the tracks. Had an unfortunate crash off the start of lap number 1, so he'll be hoping to redeem himself here in the start of heat number 2. And again, Playing Fox, waiting for all the racers to sort of make their way down. Our race director and the god himself, Luigi's, busy getting all the racers organized here and getting the grid reset for heat number 2. So we're waiting patiently for that to get all started, and you can sort of see from Monster's perspective here what this looks like. The racers getting all lined up. Lots of beautiful paints on these 300i's. Got a rare clear day here down at the outskirts of Lorville. Usually it's a bit of a dust storm, but as long as there's daylight, the racers should have a good visibility outlook. Hi, Holy Mega. If you want more information, go ahead and check out the website. It's racexgr.com, where you can find our Discord, which I believe is just discord.gg/XGR, Extreme G Racing. Let me make sure. Discord.gg/XGR is where you're going to get your best information there. I've posted the links in chat for you. If you are not interested in just directly jumping into the community, which I highly recommend, but we have all of these racetracks and all of the world records listed on scr.gg, maintained by our very own diplomat who's racing today. That has a lot of information about the racing scene, who's who, and what's what. Welcome to Speed Town, indeed, Neojet. Indeed. Jacodin has finally touched down. We'll be hoping to get some redemption after an unfortunate heat number 1. Playing Fox will be defending his first place position now after winning heat number 1. So you might be wondering to yourself, why is Playing Fox in the back if he won heat number 1? Well, the way this format works for the anniversary race is we're going to have the winners of the race line up at the back. They'll have to fight their way back to the front to be able to get more points during the heats. The overall points during the heats will determine the grid position for the 3 main events. And again, the 6 heats, and we're in heat number 2 right now, the 6 heats are 2 laps each, and the 3 main events will be 3 laps each. Just waiting on our last couple racers to get down here to start off heat number 2. What's up, 4S? Welcome. Got those beautiful 300 eyes lined up and getting ready here for heat number 2 out of 6. And again, for those just joining us, welcome. This is the Extreme G Racing Anniversary Race number 3. 3 years removed now from the very first race that XGR ever put on. Back in 2951, right here at what was originally called Lorville Gateways, now known as Lorville Outskirts after having been officially adopted by Cloud Imperium Games and added into Star Citizen as a canonized track. Big accomplishment for XGR, almost needs no introduction. In fact, anyone who might have noticed in the racing missions you can pick up in the verse, it does give a quick shout out to XGR on each of those missions, as those tracks were originally created by the Extreme G Racing community. Winner today walks away with an LTI Mirai Pulse hoverbike. Looks like we're doing some sound testing here. We're testing some of the sounds. Just waiting on our last racer to get down here and we'll be good to go. Just Playing Fox's point of view here. Winner of heat number 1 in the XGR standard medical gown for racing. Definitely helps with the resistance of G-forces. Looks like Jacodin's also wearing the XGR standard medical gown. Less weight. I swear it makes you go faster. Very true, Hero. Yep. Can't underestimate that battle gown. A favorite outfit of many veteran Star Citizen players, to be sure. Yeah, indeed, Jacodin. Don't tell Speedweed that. He gets really mad, though. You're killing the FPS with those cloth physics. He likes to go off about it. Just kidding. And Speedweed, of course, is our host for today. This is his camera. Getting a good view of the starting grid in his Talon today. Getting it all set here for heat number 2 out of 6. And And there's our second and third place lining up there. Sherazar in second and Neojet in third place of heat number 1. There's Connor getting ready to land our last racer. So we're getting ready here to start race. All right, we've got our overlay set here for heat number 2. Just about ready to get started, so hang in there, folks. For those just joining, my name is Splen, hosting today's anniversary race on behalf of Extreme G Racing. Wonderful to have you all here. All right, here we go. All right, we've got the 60-second warning here. Getting ready to start. And again, this is Lorville Outskirts. You could race this track yourself by taking the Wild Star Racing mission in Star Citizen. So play the game. Maybe one day you could join us down here. With the pros. There's our official 60-second timer countdown. 60-second warning, and we'll be getting started here shortly. Got our host speed watching the start-finish day. Who are our mouse keyboard racers today? Hero, I'm not sure. I know Diplomat's won. You can check and actually see what the racers have listed at as their control schemes up on scr.gg. Posted the link a little earlier, but here it is again. You can actually look and see what their control schemes are. A 10-second warning. Here we go, folks. And there they go. With the starting bell, our racers are off. Start. Oh, it looks like Connor has exploded right off the bat. He has been destroyed. You can see the racers flying by his corpse here. We've got our first DNF there announced. Our main camera's watching the racers go around the drop. The first turn here. Emo is out as well. So 2 of our racers out. Not as chaotic as race number 1. So it looks like the racers have has gotten the rust out a little bit. It looks like Boltok might be in the lead. Oh, Neojet has taken the outside turn down there at the pipes a little bit too far, and he is out. Boltok now taking a commanding lead here as he starts on the Skyway. We've got Jacodin right behind him in second place right now, so you can see a good perspective of where Boltok is. About a kilometer out from Jacodin between second and first place. They're going around brake check, celebrated turn here. Very, very hard to pull off, and you can see these racers are no stranger to it. Jacodin pulling in about 100 meters off that turn. We'll see if he can start to pull a little more distance away from Boltok and get back up to first place. Watch these racers. There's Boltok coming around the last part of Homeward Bound, getting up to the start-finish. Last gate for Boltok. Jacodin right behind. Ordito in third place. These racers aren't too far apart. We have one more lap remaining now. Boltok crossing the start-finish with a 1:19, around the same time as Playing Fox in heat number 1. Speaking of Playing Fox, again, he had to start from the back, given that he was the winner of race number 1. So you can see him here still in 4th place, though, having climbed back all those positions from the very back of the pack to get up to 4th place. Might be able to steal 3rd here from Ordito and get some more points on the board. Speedweed's camera watching Boltok go up the pipes. About the 3rd team. Oh, Diet Knight's been DNF, unfortunately. It looks like DJT Geek is out as well, so we have 5 racers DNF so far. Jacodin is still in about the same position, might have lost a little bit of distance to Boltok here. You can see them again in the Skyway. Well, actually, it's about the same. Not too much change here, about 1 kilometer out, maybe a little bit better. See, he might be taking this turn a little bit more aggressive. Now, hey, but remember, 2nd place is better than a DNF. Hopefully, he doesn't push it too hard here and lose the points he's going to make. Because remember, there's a lot of races left. We're in heat number 2 of 6, and then 3 main events after that. There's, look at these racers right on top of each other, fresh, getting past Playing Fox to steal 4th place. It's going to be a hot finish for those two. Boltok finishing the final turn there, getting ready to go through the start finish and wrap up his heat number 2. So there we go with the 2:36 finish. We got Boltok, then Jacodin, Ordito in 3rd, fresh in 4th, Playing Fox in 5th. There's our top 5. And then we've got Cy Prime coming up here, wrapping up 6th place. Nice tight finish there for heat number 2. Looking really good for a nice, exciting series of races coming up. Looks like these racers have gotten the rust out from heat number 1. Looking real good this time around. Our beautiful SCR.GG overlay provided by Diplomat there. You can see the data on screen from these racers. Got a few racers still on the track. Diplomat and Fedicol still need to cross the finish line. Kolbasa, Ricky Tiki, and Oka Miao still need to go across the finish. Lap number 2 of heat number 2. Watch these racers wrap it up. Crossing the start finish. A better finish than last time. Not finishing dead last this time, Ricky Tiki. But again, hey, slow and steady wins the race sometimes, folks. Don't count them out. Oka coming through with a 4:05. Survival, though. It's a big improvement from lap number 1. We're still waiting on... Oh, Kolbasa has crashed, unfortunately. And that will wrap up heat number 2 of the XGR anniversary race number 3. Wait for our racers to get all set up. Shouldn't take as long this time. A lot of our racers survived. As you can see, a lot more on the screen than before. I think we only had 6 racers finishing before, so we're looking pretty good this time around. There's our final results. You can see the spreads between the racers. We have Boltok in 1st, Jacodin 2nd, Ordito 3rd. For our podium finishers, that means Boltok will be starting in the back of the grid for heat number 3. To give the other racers a chance to get some points on the board. So interesting, we're going to see some interesting mix-up happening here as we inch closer to the end of the heats and on to the main events. So now that we're at the end of heat number 2, you can see that Playing Fox here has about a half tank left in his hydrogen fuel, having survived heats 1 and 2. So our racing host Speedweed has announced that this is a good time for racers to go ahead and refuel repair before the start of heat number 3. So while those racers are doing that, I'm going to put you guys over to a commercial, and I will be back shortly. Don't go anywhere.
Verpil Controls presents a new way to conquer the universe. No matter how you fly, as a solo pilot or in a squad, a beginner or a fighter race, it's time to update your cockpit. Complete flight immersion. All maneuvers are natural and intuitive. All ship controls right at your fingertips. Effortless and precise control input. No longer will you be lost amongst the infinite expanse of the universe. You are now the conqueror of the cosmos. Exploration, racing, dogfighting. The advantage will always be on your side. After experiencing the taste of victory, you will never want to fly any other way again. Meet the new Alpha Grip from Verpil Controls. Verpil Controls, created just for you.
All right, folks, we're back, getting ready to start heat number 2 here at the XGR Anniversary Race 3. For those just joining, welcome to the show. Those who aren't familiar with the XGR Anniversary Race, this is a recreation of the very first race held by XGR 3 years ago. at this track, which was then called Lorville Gateways, but now called Lorville Outskirts. Those who play the game might be familiar with that track, as it is the first mission of the WildStar Racing organization track and contracts in game. We're 2 heats out of 6 down. We're starting heat number 3 here momentarily. Our racers are refueled, repaired, respawned, and back down the track. See, we've got our perspective here of Jacodin. Playing Fox. Winner of heat number 1 came in for 5th place in heat number 2. Connor Risnick, who's having some bad luck today, needs to finish a race. Hopefully 3rd time's the charm for him. Big shout out to iMonster13, one of our cameras for today. All right, we've got our 60-second warning. Get our overlays back on. Just had our 30-second warning here for the start of heat number 3. Beautiful camera here provided by our host of the day, Speedweed. And there they go, getting off the track. This is a big ship to be thrown around with that much weight getting off the starting line, but it looks like so far, so good. It's a clean racing at the start of heat number 3 here. We got Speedweed. Oh, Emu did not make it, unfortunately, for the 3rd time in a row. Emu is taking a spill here at the start of race number 3. It's okay, folks. It's a learning curve. It takes a while to learn the game. It is difficult. Hopefully our racers will get those, that rust off. Oh, it looks like we have Ordito hitting. He's out. Psy Prime and Fetical, sorry, are our 2 racers who have hit the wall there, not Ordito. Let's see who we've got here on our top. Looks like Connor Risnick has good positioning this time around. 3rd place so far with Ordito right in front, and then Boltok again in 1st place despite starting in the back of the grid this time around. Connor doing a pretty daring blind turn, really putting on the speed going down there into the gate, starting homeward bound, and it looks like they collide in mid-air. Not sure what happened. It might have been a collision with Ordito. Don't know what he hit there. It looks like everyone else is good to go. Looks like we've got Kilbasa, Jacodin, Neojet Playing Fox there in the back half up to 5th place. Boltok in 1st with a 1:18 lap, fastest of the day so far for lap number 1. Ordito in 2nd place, Playing Fox in 3rd. Going through lap number 1. One more lap to go here for heat number 3. Hey, Kelsar, thank you for the raid. Welcome, guys and girls and everything in between. We are here at anniversary race number 3 for the Extreme G Racing celebration of their very first race. Heat 3 of 6. Still got a lot to go. Lots of good action today. Some nice close racing. Some of the best racers in the scene. A lot of familiar names today. Hope you had a wonderful stream, Kelsar. It's wonderful to see you again as usual. So we got Boltok in 1st place, going around brake check right now with Ordito close behind. Playing Fox still in the top 3 or 4. consistently scoring high, but Boltok really running away with this one again. Might run away with another first place. It's going to put him in a high, favorable position to start the main events unless something changes between here and heat number 6. Boltok crossing the start-finish line to finish up heat number 2, followed by Ordito and Playing Fox. It looks like Diplomat unfortunately was unable to finish this one. Oh, somebody went through. Sherazar went through the start-finish. I think that's going to count for him. I have a camera from our 5th place finisher here, Jacob, in, watching some of the other racers cross the finish line. Ricky Ticky still on the track, but hey, consistently finishing. Ricky Ticky has not DNF'd yet. So that's points on the board versus some of these more bold racers perhaps taking a spill far too often and not finishing. So again, slow and steady might pay off pretty well for Ricky Ticky. Kelsar says, a long day of racing. Had giveaway to do, so couldn't join this race today. Hey, all good. I'm assuming you're talking about Scarlet Apex? Forward to checking out the highlights after the fact. There's Playing Fox, who finished 3rd in heat number 2, or I'm sorry, heat number 3. Our first place finisher in heat number 1. Getting some consistent points on the board, has a strong chance of getting really good grid position for the 3 main events. Wow, Kelsar, busy, huh? Oh, DNF. Yeah, it does means did not finish. That's right. Welcome, Headband. Hope you're enjoying the show. For those who are just joining or those who might be new, my name's Splen. I'm hosting here the Extreme G Racing Anniversary Race number 3. Let's take a look at our results as the last few racers come in. Oh, that's still heat number 2, so I think we're still racing here for heat number 3. Maybe. This looks like our results for this race, I believe. Results haven't been updated. Let's see if I can get it to refresh. Okay, having a little bit of technical difficulty, so we'll let that slide for now. But hey, welcome. We're getting ready here for heat number 4 out of 6 for today's events. Today's winner will walk away with an LTI Mirai Pulse, generously donated by one of the community. We'll also be doing a giveaway for the racers. I believe the prize is an M50, if I heard correctly earlier. Looks like Playing Fox is getting settled back down. Big shout out to one of our volunteer cameramen, iMonster13, getting a shot of the starting grid as they get reset here for heat number 4. And again, these are 300 eyes. Origin Jumpworks 300 eye ships, not racing ships by design, but nevertheless historically accurate, as the 300 eye was the first ship in the first public event put on by XGR back in 2951. See some unfortunate ship debris there on the track. It's been a rough start for some of the racers. A lot of big ships lifting off at once can be a little bit chaotic. Looks like somebody might be coming out to tractor beam some of the stuff out of the way. Connor coming down, getting us a view of the overhead here, just behind the H building at Lorville. All Origin ships are racing ships. Well, I mean, if you're going to pick a manufacturer with a lot of fast ships, that's certainly one of them. Got the 85X, the M50, the 350R. Very fast ships indeed. DJT, you're having a little trouble today, huh? Still watching some good racing from you, so hopefully things will turn in your favor. Get some more points on the board before the main events. No HUD on the 315P? That sounds like it. Those who aren't familiar with what we're talking about, the 315P has a tractor beam on it, which would be quite useful for hauling all of the debris off the track right now. Did finish third heat, just a tracker issue. Gotcha, yeah. Occasional technical difficulties, you know. We work through it as we go, though. Try to put on a good show for everyone. Luigi is doing our race directing from a Hercules today. We've got Speedweed, our host, taking a look at him coming down. No, 350R is not allowed today, Dirk. This is a historical race, so it is 300i only. That was the required ship back 3 years ago, and as such is the required ship today. How's the results of the first few races? Very explosive. We've got Boltok and Playing Fox pulling away with a lot of points so far. Ordito's definitely staying up there as well. But some unexpected DNFs in the first three heats have mixed up things a bit. We'll have to wait and see what the results are for the main events to see how the grid lines up. We're at heat number 4 out of 6. Going to be starting here shortly. We've got some officials and racers getting the debris cleaned off the track. Why was the 300i the choice for the original race? It was rentable to all, but also it happened to perform pretty well out here. The flight model was quite different back in the day. And the 300i was it just felt really good around this track. It was smooth. The track itself is designed to be pretty smooth, so it ended up being nice, close racing. Lots of rubbing, bigger ship. You know, it was good. It's a really good combination for this track and that ship. We've got surprisingly no defending champions this year. The winner of last year's race, Speedweed, is this year's host. And one of our camera people, 10 to finish 2, is not available to race today. And our third place winner from last year, Herbie, also not here. So it's wide open, no defending champions. We'll see who becomes the champion in year number 3. And again, the winner's walking away with a LTI Mirai Pulse hover bike. So there's definitely some skin in this game. We've got, looks like we got an Atlas down there getting some of the debris off the track. Look at it go. Luigi, our race director. There he goes. Just getting it off to the side, at least for now. Hey, Numinos. Yeah, Tint's probably worn out, and that's fine. I know there are some conflicts of interest today with Scarlet Apex going on, but, you know, that's how it rolls sometimes. So there's the Atlas being used for the first time, as far as I know, in a racing regard, being used to clear the ship debris off the tracks. Avoid some yellow flags. Lots of debris down there as well. Lots and lots of debris from our first 3 heats. Some unfortunate crashes right off the starting grid. Oh, Atlas race win. You know what? I would watch a strongman competition type race, you know? I would watch an Atlas like cargo loading race. Like the first one to load 900 SCU or something like that. That would be cool. That would be really, really cool. Connor, I have faith. You're going to finish. I have faith in you. I know you've got it in you. Definitely one of the more decorated racers here at XGR, so. Look at it go. Luigi doing cleanup detail as well as being our race director for today. What a Chad, honestly. Getting that racetrack at starting grid all cleaned up because we do practice landed starts our official races at XGR. All good, Dirk. It's just a fun race mostly today. Bragging rights and a celebration of XGR's 3rd year, and as expected, the turnout is no disappointment. Tons of racers on the track today. Playing Fox here in the back. Playing Fox stands to be gridded up pretty good at the start of the main events. Our host Speed lead watching starting grid get reformed now that we've gotten cleaned up. Luigi should be getting back in the Herc here soon, and we'll be starting off heat number 4. Luigi's getting back up in the Herc. Getting him set up here. Those just joining us, hello, my name's Splen. Nice to see you all once again. It's an honor to be here commentating for you guys. Yeah, last year it was me and Dollar Store, but it's just me today, and that's fine. A little more low-key. Gives me a little more practice for the events coming up in the next few weeks. There's Luigi finally getting up off the ground. There he goes, getting ready and set up for heat number 4. Here's a view from the cockpit of Playing Fox. We've got our 60-second warning. Heat number 4. See Luigi up there, finally back in position in the Hurricane. Hopefully we'll be able to get the rest of the heats back or done while there's still some daylight. Are the results somewhere in the Discord? I don't know. I don't think so. I think these are just the heats, so just grid positions. We'll have some results afterwards for sure. Got a 30-second warning. Here we go. There they go for the start of heat number 4. Clean off the starting grid so far. Connor Risnick up in front. Connor Risnick racing pretty aggressively today. Looks like Sherazar has unfortunately taken a spill. Emu is gone. Fetical gone. So there's our 3 to 4 out right off the bat. There's Connor and Boltog battling it out for first place. This is Connor's point of view, but oh no, he unfortunately gets a little bit too close on that turn, and he's out. Connor out again for heat number 4. Boltog is out as well, so Connor and Boltog took each other out. That's going to shake things up a little bit here for the starting grid of the main events. Boltog was leading the last 2 races. Neojet and Jacodin now fighting up here at the front, and they collide. Neojet and Jacodin just hit each other. Again, folks, these are big ships. These are 300 eyes, so, you know, if you're not watching your lines, it's easy to wreck into each other. All of my onboard racers are dead. We're down to our 2 camera people, iMonster and Speed Weed, to see what's happening here in the race. So it looks like, I believe Psy Prime is in front now, if I can see this correctly. That's an interesting turn of events. Psy Prime now with a big opportunity here to get some positioning. Nope, we got Fresh in front and Psy Prime just behind. So Fresh just taking the front of first place there with a 1:28 lap time. Slow but steady, but again, Fresh probably had a lot to avoid with all the collisions and debris flying everywhere. So understandably a little slower than some of the other laps today. Not to mention, folks, it is getting darker out here. It's easy to tell looking at these overhead cams that it is hard to see what's going on. As the sun goes down, it is going to get more and more difficult to see what's happening here at Lorville outskirts. We got Fresh in front with a commanding lead. Psy Prime now starting to lose ground. Second place is still better than a DNF, and certainly I think the best position Psy Prime has had all day. There's nothing to sneeze at there. Fresh, familiar with the first place position, so exciting to see him back at the front. DJT Geek in third place, looking to get some redemption after a few bad starts. Diplomat consistently still in the race. We've got Diunites, and Ricky Ticky just DNF'd, unfortunately. He was looking to keep his streak going. And Oka still in the race here in 6th place, now bringing up the rear with a 2:10 first lap. Connor, it looks like you and Boltog collided at the start of the Skyway. So Fresh has finished lap number 2 with a 1:13 lap, extremely fast. So big recovery after a slower lap number 1. Cyprime in second, DJT Geek bringing up third place. There's our podium for heat number 4. Still have 3 racers on the track still alive. Lowest amount of racers we've had finishing since heat number 1. So this was a bloodbath through and through. Diplomat getting around the last turn and going for the start finish for a handsome 5th place finish for Diplomat. Not too bad. Diunite's highest of the day with a 4th place finish. We still got Oka on the track as our last racer. There's Oka coming through the last couple of turns here. Climbing up to the start-finish with a nice drifting pass through the start-finish gate to finish up lap number 2. Congratulations, guys. So there's our finishers for heat number 4. Let's go ahead and take a look at our results here for heat number 4. We got Fresh in first place, Cyprime in second, DJ in third, Diunites in 4th, Diplomat in 5th, and Oka in 6th. And that's all who survived. Most of our deaths were before lap 1 even happened, so they're not going to be scoring. Most of the racers are not going to be scoring on this race. So that's going to put a little bit of strain on them to see what kind of positionings they get for the 3 main events. Look at the lack of Americans these days. That's because I haven't been racing in a while, all right? We got Connor up there represent the old US of A, so hopefully he can get some points on the board for Team USA. See what happens. All right, so that's the results of heat number 3. For those just joining us, welcome. This is the XGR anniversary race number 3. Our 3rd year of XGR existing in the Star Citizen community. So thank you for joining us. My name's Splend. Happy to be here commentating once again for this wonderful celebration of Extreme G Racing and racing in Star Citizen. Those who don't know, XGR is the developer of the vast majority of canonized racing courses in Star Citizen. If you've ever done the WildStar racing missions in Star Citizen, you've raced this course perhaps, you've raced the Snake Pit, Icebreaker, the Skyscraper. All of those were developed by XGR. So this is a celebration of XGR and basically a redo of their very first public race in Star Citizen. Right here at Lorville Outskirts, which at the time, back in 2951, was called Lorville Gateways. Everyone's flying the 300i to be historically accurate. Our host today is Speedweed on the camera here, our race director Luigi, up there in the Hercules. Volunteer cameraman iMonster13 watching our start grid get reformed here for heat number 5. And I've got 4 onboard cameras, Emu, Connor, Jacodin, and Playing Fox. They are all currently getting respawned because heat number 3 didn't go so well. We have Jacodin just now quantuming down from Everest Harbor, getting reset up for heat number 5. You're far too kind, Dirk. I would love nothing more than to be racing with everyone here today, but unfortunately, after a pretty bad shoulder injury, I had rotator cuff surgery back in May. I'm still in physical therapy, still in recovery. So, I've been taking a backseat to commentating, something I'm more than happy to do to give back to the community. Thank you, Numenos. Is there a timeline on the comeback? Well, Dirk, I mean, I'm about 5, not even 5 months out from my surgery. My surgery is back in May, and the prognosis for recovery from a rotator cuff injury is usually around a year, right? I mean, I still do not have 100% mobility. I'm still pretty sore. So, still a long road ahead, but we're making big strides. I'm stronger than I've ever been. I'm going to the gym, getting my shoulders worked out, a lot of stuff happening in physical therapy. So hopefully one day I'll be racing again. Now, the good news is I've been playing Star Citizen. Definitely been checking out the patches, doing a lot of cargo running and just trying to keep up with the game. Still testing with ETF. So just trying to stay involved as well as I can. Our host Speedweed giving us a nice view of Everest Harbor up there as the sun begins to set here at Lorville. Our racers coming down from up there, getting reset back on the track. Playing Fox quantuming in next. And Connor just now getting set up at the grid. See, we've got a beautiful view of the headlights here from iMonster13, our volunteer camera person for today. Thank you, DJ. You're too kind. I appreciate the kind words. I certainly have a long way to go with commentating too. I'm by no means a professional, but I'm glad you guys are enjoying the show. So again, the winner of today's race walks away with an LTI Mirai Pulse hover bike. So there is some skin in this game today, not just some bragging rights. Plus, we're going to be doing a giveaway later on for a M50 for one lucky racer. Stick around for that. It'll be a lot of fun. I hope so, Dirk. I'm kind of, I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of enjoying taking a little break here while the flight model kind of resets itself. We're getting a lot of work done with master modes and all that. So it's just like every other patch, we're relearning everything. So it's okay to I'm okay taking a backseat. A good time to reset my body, reset my mind, and come back fresh. I appreciate the kind words. Thank you guys so much. I'm more than happy to be here and just, celebrating racing today. Jacodin set up here, tucked behind the cargo loading dock. A little bit of a precarious starting situation. I hope he knows what he's doing. Connor up in the air, in the back of the crowd. Playing Fox just now getting set up way back on these rafters. All the racers just kind of setting up where they can. Again, underground race, folks. Underground race. Not too many rules for this one, but, everyone's getting all set up and ready. Jacodin just keeping it spicy, huh? Yeah, you're right. Sometimes it's better to be off in the clear, even if it doesn't give you an advantage off the grid. Better than DNFing, for sure. Diplomat seconding that notion as well. Back of the crowd, probably the best position. I am sometimes inclined to agree. I've certainly, I've used that strategy to my advantage in a few races before, so that's true. Yeah, especially when the ships are this big, The 300i is not exactly a small, sleek racing vessel. It's kind of a cow. Hello, Spare No Pixel. Thank you for the kind words. We had a problem happening there. We had somebody crash back there. Not sure what happened. Looks like one of our racers won't be joining us for heat number 5 after an unfortunate accident there. Haven't raced in a few months. It's mostly because of Merc BH. Gotcha. All right, we've got our warning here. We're going to get the race overlay back on. 30-second warning for heat number 5. 2 more heats left before the main events. These are 2-lap heats, and will determine the starting grid for the main events. There goes our racers getting off the starting line. Diplomat taking a commanding lead right off the bat. A little bit off to the side, though. Connor still in the front in third place. Oh, we got some racers colliding. Fedicol's out. Looks like Neojet's out. Boltok is out once again. Boltok having bad luck here in these last two heats. Connor sliding out into first place and taking a commanding lead. Can he hold it together this time? Keep his nerves under control and finish at least one of these heats to get some points on the grid. Got Connor Jacodin in second. And it looks like Fresh in third place, Diplomat fourth. Here's our view from Connor, our first place racer right now up here at brake check. About midway and change through the race. Complicated turn there. Definitely taking it tight. Being in first place can be challenging on such a short-lived race like this with only 2 laps. You know, you're not really... Uh-oh! Losing control! Able to pull it back out. Oh, it looks like he... Yeah, he's alive. He unfortunately lost his first place position. Not too late to get that back. DJ Geek unfortunately DNFing. So now we've got our new first place position here with Jacodin crossing the start-finish line going into lap number 2. The 122, pretty good lap number 1. Not the fastest of the night, but good nonetheless. Sounds like Connor has lost a wing, but he's still kind of hanging in there. See if he'll be able to wrap it up and finish it. So we got Jacodin and Fresh right on top of each other and starting first and second place. You see Jacodin there at the bottom of the camera, just now going down through the dive. And Fresh almost intercepting him there, trying to make a pass. Again, these are big ships, folks. You got to watch your racing lines. Here's Jacodin in first place now, watching this exciting race camera. Looks like Jacodin has some canopy damage. That's scary. Canopy is an essential component on the ship. If you damage that too much, you're going to be out. That could be from explosions, could be from colliding with debris. A lot of things could have caused that. So already at a disadvantage in first place. More than halfway through lap number 2 now of the 2-lap heat. Got Boltok right behind, and they're really close. You can see them right next to each other here from Speedweed's camera. Jacodin, Boltok drifting around that turn. Boltok right on top of him now. Less than 3 ship lengths between the two of them. Jacodin pulling out now, still in front. Going up the final turn. Getting ready to finish here. There they go, and Jacodin just squeezing out a first place finish in front of Fresh. I'm sorry, I believe I called Fresh Boltok a few times through that. I apologize that it's been Fresh this entire time. Congratulations, Jacodin. We've got Sherazar coming in here for a third place. Unfortunately, looks like Connor has lost another position and unfortunately has DNF'd. Connor hanging in there as long as he could with that broken wing. And then we've got Diunites coming around here for maybe a 4th place finish. Looks like he's passed in front of Diplomat. Yeah, so Diunites taking 4th place. Diplomat still hanging on there for 5th, and Oka might be coming in last again. But Oka, again, consistently not dying. That's the first step to becoming a good racer, folks. We've got Monsters Cam on Diplomat, watching him go up through the last part of Homeward Bound here. Getting ready to cross the start-finish. Good shot here coming through, and Diplomat drifting through the start-finish line. No problem with a 3:33 race time. And there's we got a shot of Oka from Jacodin's camera coming up here under the crane and getting ready to pass through the start-finish. Speedweed watching him slide through the finish line there. Congratulations, finishing once again. There we go. So that is the end of heat number 5. Another wild one, and again, only 6 racers surviving. Wow. Rough one for everyone. Here's our final results. Jacodin taking 1st place. Fresh in 2nd. Sherazar in 3rd. Diunites, I believe is how I should pronounce that, in 4th place. Diplomat in 5th. Diplomat consistently getting points on the board, and Oka in 6th. Congratulations, Oka, on keeping it together despite being new to the scene. Yeah, this is rough. Not only that, Jacodin, but it is also, you know, it's nighttime. Things are going to get a little desperate here as the sun's going down. So there you go, folks. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break here, and I'm going to throw you over to commercials. Don't go anywhere. When we get back, we'll be hitting the last heat. Heat number 6 before our main events. We'll see you in a few.
Verpil Controls presents a new way to conquer the universe. No matter how you fly, as a solo pilot or in a squad, a beginner or a fighter ace, it's time to update your cockpit. Complete flight immersion. All maneuvers are natural and intuitive. All ship controls right at your fingertips. Effortless and precise control input. No longer will you be lost amongst the infinite expanse of the universe. You are now the conqueror of the cosmos. Exploration, racing, dogfighting. The advantage will always be on your side. After experiencing the taste of victory, you will never want to fly any other way again. Meet the new Alpha Grip from Verpil Controls. Verpil Controls, created just for you.
Pilot and machine. A relationship that has been cultivated since humanity first reached for the stars. In the 9 centuries since, there's never been a freer being than a pilot behind the controls of their ship, pushing the envelope of what flesh and steel can achieve, together. No matter what you fly, or how new your wings are, freedom is yours for the taking.
Verpil Controls presents a new way to conquer the universe. No matter how you fly, as a solo pilot or in a squad, a beginner or a fighter race, it's time to update your cockpit. Complete flight immersion. All maneuvers are natural and intuitive. All ship controls right at your fingertips. Effortless and precise control input. No longer will you be lost amongst the infinite expanse of the universe. You are now the conqueror of the cosmos. Exploration, racing, dogfighting. The advantage will always be on your side. After experiencing the taste of victory, you will never want to fly any other way again. Meet the new Alpha Grip from Verpil Controls.
All right, folks, we're getting ready here for heat number 6. And we're going to be displaying our racers here in a moment. There you go. Today's participants. If it'll scroll, but at least we've got our top of the screen participants. Some of the stats: Fedical with a lot of ground world records, a celebrated grav bike racer. Neojet and Fresh practically need no introduction at this point. Longtime members of the racing scene. Playing Fox, of course. A few medals under his belt there. And these are all stats over on scr.gg. scr.gg. Hi, Smithy. Yeah, that's me, Splen. That's my name, and I'm here to celebrate racing for the 3rd year in a row. Nice to see you. All right, folks. We got a 40-second warning here to get started for heat number 6 of 6. Again, this is the XGR anniversary race number 3. Big thanks to our sponsors as usual. Today's winner's walking away with an LTI Mirai Pulse. This is a 2-lap heat, the last of the night. After this, we'll be getting our results for the grid setup for the main event. So here we go. And there we go, our racers jumping off the start-finish line here. Pretty clean start so far. Nice, nice. Oh, we've got our first collisions. Oh, second collisions, unfortunately. Ah, no. A big pile up in gate number 2. Darn, it was looking pretty clean there, but unfortunately we had some crashes. Looks like here's our top 4 right now from Jackoden's point of view. It looks like we've got Ordito in front, followed by Connor, Jackoden, and somebody's real close to Jackoden right now. I think we can get our overhead view here from Speedweed. There's our top 3. There's number 4 there close behind. So it's a tight race for the top 4 slots here in the final heat of the evening. We've got Playing Fox's point of view here with the reshade on to see what's happening. Whoa, getting real close there to each other. Connor getting real close to Playing Fox, having to dodge out of the way to avoid it. Connor now in second place behind Ordito. Oh, Playing Fox getting really close there, had to back off from that turn. Definitely lost some speed on that one. Hopefully he can keep up his momentum. We've got Connor's point of view. Emo is unfortunately out. Playing Fox and Jackodin have crashed. They are both out, leaving Connor and Ordito fighting for the top of this race. We got Kolbasa coming in third. Boltok still alive this time at fourth place after having two unfortunate heats. Diplomat bringing up fifth, still consistently staying alive. Ricky Ticky still in the race, and again we're down to 6 racers. That seems to be the magic number tonight. Down to 6. Ordito still about 300 meters in front of Connor. Got our overhead cam here watching the two of them. Ordito, you can see how close these racers are. Connor picking up some momentum, trying to sneak in there somehow. This is a long straight at the top of the track called Skyway. See these racers getting ready for brake check. Very dramatic turn here around that crane. They dip down into the double gates. This is the final lap for these two, so this is the last chance for Connor to make a move. They're getting really close to Ordito there, but able to just avoid a collision in that blind pulling up turn. Ordito still inching out Connor by about 300 meters or so. Final turn, Connor taking it a little more of a break into that turn, and it's not enough to catch up to Ordito. Connor finishing just a few seconds behind. Boltok pulling up in third place, still on the podium. And it looks like Kolbasa and Diplomat are unfortunately both DNF'd, making this our most shallow amount of racers on the entire evening, with 4 surviving so far. Ricky still has to make it through the end of the race. Bit of a crazy night so far for these racers, especially as the sun has gone down here in Lorville. The visibility has become quite a problem. Congratulations on finishing one, Connor. I knew you wouldn't let us down. Good finish, good finish. Goes Ricky Ticky across the start finish, I believe. Not quite. I think we might be still wrapping it up here. Yeah, that was the start of Homeward Bound. Now we're getting to the end of Homeward Bound. Ricky Ticky coming up for the last gate here. Quick turn up to the start finish. Hi, Melchior. Yeah, that's me. Nice to see you again. And there goes Ricky Ticky crossing the start finish. And he's doing a little bit of trolling here and not quite crossing the start finish. He's turning around. He's backing through the finish, the end of heat number 6. There he goes. A little bit of showmanship for the end of the final heat of the night. Congratulations, racers. So our final results for the final heat here, heat number 6, only 4 survivors in this bloodbath of a race. Ordito in first place this time, followed by Connor, finally finishing one without a DNF. Boltok in third, bouncing back after 2 DNFs in a row. Ricky Ticky consistently finishing on the night, only 1 or 2 DNFs as far as I know, not bad. And here's where that slow and steady can pay off, folks. Where everyone else is jockeying for position, you can sneak in there and still end up in a 4th place position, despite finishing almost 2 minutes slower than your closest competition. So there you go, slow and steady does win the race. Just ask Herbie, our 3rd place winner from last year, who employed the same strategy. So for those just joining us, welcome. This is the Extreme G Racing Anniversary Race 2954, the 3rd annual event. A little bit of historical knowledge for you. This track currently known as Lorville Outskirts in the verse, is the first mission in the WildStar Racing series, but before then, many years ago, it was called Lorville Gateways, and was the first public event put on by XGR way back in 2951. Ship of choice is the 300i, a smooth but large, non-racing but luxury ship. It provides for some close contact, high-intensity racing like you've seen today. Perfect for the smooth, heavy atmosphere track outside of Lorville. Today's winner walks away with an LTI Mirai Pulse hover bike. We'll also do a drawing for an M50. Last year's winner of the anniversary race, Speedweed, is our host for this evening. This is Speedweed's camera, watching the starting grid get reformed after that bloodbath. A lot of racers coming down from Everest Harbor right now after respawning, repairing, rearming. Our volunteer cameraman, iMonster, watching the starting grid with that beautiful reflective headlights on the wet terrain here at Lorville. There's Playing Fox and Connor getting set up. Now might be a decent time for us to do our giveaway for the night for our racers. Let me see if I can get a list together and we'll get that started here while we're waiting for everyone to get set up for the first main event. Now, while our heats were 2 laps each, the 3 main events of the evening will be 3 laps each. Might be a little bit of a toss-up for the racers after getting so used to this format. Still getting our racers set up here. This is what we have in store, folks. I just got to get the list together, and we'll spin our accursed wheel of names. There's our list. Okay, here we go. Okay, how do I do this? I should be able to interact with this. Let's see. You guys are going to watch some behind the scenes magic happening right now. Sorry for the advertisements on the left. Could I get rid of those? Easy. Alright. Alright, there's our racers. Alright, so is this the full list, Diplomat? Am I ready to spin the wheel of racers? Okay.
What?
Go ahead, Speedweed.
Have the XGR type wheel.
What?
It's a wheel.
It's a
I don't know if you're
Wheel.
watching the screen, but it's certainly a wheel.
Let me check. I don't have this.
It's way better. It's better now. It's
It's a wheel of sorts.
Oh, what the fuck is that, dude?
It's Disco Lando special, bro.
Oh,
Are we ready?
Disappointment face.
I love this.
3,
Are we
2,
ready?
1.
Dude.
Alright, here we go, racers. Good luck. Again, what's our prize today, Speedweed, for this wheel?
Okay.
What's the prize?
He doesn't remember.
The Pulse LTI.
It's a prize. It's
Oh, wait, no, it's
Northern
the
M50.
Origin M50. That's what I thought, yeah.
With,
So,
yeah, with
Origin
cool crossover
M50
paint
for one
and
of our
LTI.
racers at random. Okay. Here we go.
I just know that playing Fox in the most.
And our winner is Ordito.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Grab the Guido.
I
never won anything.
Congrats.
Jumpworks M50 Intercept. All right, folks, for those just joining us, my name's Splend. That was our giveaway, Ordito winning the M50 for the night in our random drawing. But it's time to get back to the main event here. We are just about to start our 3 mains. 3 races, 3 laps each. Winners taking a home an LTI Mirai Pulse hoverbike. So, without further ado, I believe we're going to get started here shortly. I'll check in with the racers and we'll see how far away we are from getting started. Hope you guys are enjoying XGR's Year 3 anniversary race. We're certainly having a lot of fun here. So here we go. Okay. Just finishing up the last setup of the grid to start our mains. The grid is made up of the winners of the 6 heats. And the rest of the racers are in what's called an overflow, which means line up where you can and good luck. Let's tune in real quick and listen in to the director.
Float away.
That's for the overflow. That's not for
Grid
grid.
landed.
Oh,
I
sorry.
That's just for the
I thought there
overflow.
are no rules.
Huh?
Just take a sip, playing Fox. It's okay.
Yeah. Oh, Camille, can you scooch to the left a little and to the back? Just a bit, and then you're good.
Actually.
Race director, he's 30 seconds. Stand by.
So that was our host for today, Speedweed, getting the racers set up on the grid. Our race director, Luigi, helping organize and herd the cats. Grid's looking pretty handsome up there. You can see our staggered start. Again, a wonderful turnout for today's anniversary race. It's wonderful to see all these racers again. I feel like I'm just kind of watching from the sidelines, unfortunately, lately. You know, it's been a little rough here in Splendland, but hopefully one day I'll be able to get back on the grid with these guys. We've got an official 60-second warning from our race director, Luigi. This is main number 1, 3 laps. Let's go ahead and get our overlay up. Get ready. Thanks, Smithy. See our starting grid. Thank you for that, Diplomat. 30 seconds to race start. Connor Risnick in the back in the overflow. Didn't pull off a first place in the heats. Playing Fox up front, the winner of heat number 1. Jacketed farther back on the grid. I believe he won heat number 4. So here we go. There they go. The racers are up and off. Playing Fox and Boltok right beside each other. Definitely a dangerous start for those two. Fresh shooting in from the back. We've got Jacobin right behind. A lot of jockeying for position right off the bat. Definitely some change-ups going through the first couple of gates. Playing Fox holding on to number 1 spot for now. Boltok right behind. Jacobin coming up from 4th and taking 3rd. And now we're going up the pipes. Second turn of the race. Still got Boltok up front. Here's Connor's point of view. Right behind Playing Fox and right next to Boltok. Definitely a dangerous place for those two to be. Connor fighting for 3rd place with Jacobin right now. Jacobin's point of view looking behind him. Seeing Playing Fox in front. Taking the high road. Dangerous here. You got to get under that crane. So it gets a little dicey. Connor really drifting into those turns. You know, you got to be careful taking that hard of a drift that close. You can't see what's underneath. Wow, Jacobin taking a risky pass through the top part of the second gate down there in the dive. And now we're going down the homeward stretch. Boltok in first place right now. See Playing Fox's point of view. Oh, looks like he might be neck and neck with Boltok. No, Boltok just pulling in front here for the end of lap number 1. Now remember, we've got 3 laps, and we finally got our first DNF with Psy Prime. Definitely the cleanest race of the night so far, and no wonder. This is the one for all the marbles. Main number 1 of 3. Connor Risnick watching the first 3 and trying to get somewhere in there. Hopefully can keep his ship intact long enough to finish this race. He's definitely taking those close turns. He has opportunity here to be able to, like, he's taking time trial lines. Dangerous, but it gives him an opportunity, if he survives, to be able to make up some lost time. You can see he's fighting for 3rd place here. Fresh, Playing Fox. Jacobin falling a little bit farther behind now. Behind Playing Fox, Boltok. Yeah, these racers are basically right on top of each other. We've got our view from Speedweed here. Look at how close they are together. Boltok, then Playing Fox, Jacobin. Connor, Ordito, and Fresh are basically right on top of each other, fighting for 4th and 3rd place. Now the 3rd place is in contention. Fresh flying through quickly to get back on that. Oh, but Jacobin just getting that boost timing a little bit better and able to hold on to his positioning. Boltok with a commanding lead in the front, probably about half a kilometer in front of 2nd place. Playing Fox still holding on to that top 3. Boltok going through the nice 2:33 for 2 laps. Remember, we still got 1 lap left. 1 more lap over the heats. Jacodin communicating with Fresh and telling him to watch his right side. It's good sportsmanship on his part. Boltok coming down the dive. Playing Fox still right behind, maybe 300 meters between them. There's Playing Fox's point of view. You can see the distance somewhere around 500 to 600. Maybe Boltok's pulling ahead here. And Playing Fox was just laying on the boost. Yeah, about 300 meters when they're on the same boost timing, let's say. Connor in the back behind those. We're seeing Playing Fox, Jacodin. Got iMonster watching with our precision camera here, giving us a little more data. Perdido's unfortunately out of contention. Boltok's still in front right now. There's Playing Fox's point of view, still fighting for second place. El Camino getting lapped right now, so he's going to become a backmarker for these guys. Boltok finishing for first place, finishing lap number 3, and here comes a real contested finish for these racers going through the start-finish. Hopefully Luigi was able to catch all that. Very, very close together. Look at that. 3rd place, 4th place. Very, very close together. Let's see if we can get these final times as Luigi starts to make sense of all this. Wow, racers are really tight in this race. We got our top 7 all within 5 seconds of each other. Wow, look at them go. What a great race. Okamio hanging in there. Our last racer on the track right now. Wow. All of our finishers are very, very close together except for Okamio. Okamio, one of the newest racers on the scene, definitely hanging in there and holding his own. Just wrapping up homeward bend right now. Homeward bound, I should say, and going for the start finish. Thank you, Speedweed, for the nice camera work here. No, I believe we must be somewhere else. I think we are at brake check. Yeah, the brake check probably on the final lap. Speedweed giving us a nice chase cam, some cinematics here for the end of the race. We've got our data camera up. iMonster 13. Yeah, somebody get iMonster a crew who's down to 20% thirst might not make it through all the main events, so we'll have to make sure I'll pass that along for you, Hero. Beautiful cinematic finish here as Oka crosses the start-finish line with a time of 5:41. Oka's getting faster, folks. Not bad, not bad. So here is our final results for main event number 1. Look at how close together those times are for our top 5. A 3:48 for Boltok, 3:53 for Fox. Less than a second behind him is Fresh. Less than a second behind Fresh is Jacodin. 2 seconds behind Jacodin is Connor Risnick for our final tally. Then even 6th and 7th place, less than a second apart. Definitely all fighting for some crazy positioning there. Pretty awesome to watch. These are a lot of the top racers, you know, and this, you got to remember, despite all of that, this is not, the 300i is not a racing ship. Technically not a racer, so pretty impressive watching these folks keep it together and put together a good show for us with that ship. Got a view up here from Speedweed watching our race director, Luigi, there in the Hercules. Some of our racers here might need to take some drinks. At the very least, one of our cameramen definitely needs to take a drink. Looks like we're quantuming out to Everest Harbor and grabbing a cruise before we come back down. So that's iMonster up there. We've got a call out for daylight in 20 minutes. Might finally get some reprieve from the darkness for these racers as they battle in the morning sunlight. If you ask me, honestly, that's the most dangerous time of day. I'd rather race at night than in the twilight or morning hours because the shadows cast can be even darker than the darkness with the lights. So it can be pretty bad. We'll see what happens. These racers are going to be put to the test. So again, for those just joining us, welcome. My name's Splen. Happy to be here. So I'll say hello. How's it going? Commentating for the second year in a row, the XGR anniversary race. We're in the third year of XGR existing as an entity in Star Citizen. Probably one of the most famous community entities at this point. Got 5 in-game races created by the community here at XGR and adopted officially by CIG. Added as missions in the game. That's right, folks. If you are playing Star Citizen, you could make money getting some speedy laps here at these tracks, including this one, Lorville Outskirts. Previously known as Lorville Gateways, and the site of the very first race for XGR as a public race. In historical accuracy and for purposes of tradition, all of our racers are racing a 300i, which was the first ship used at this first race back in 2951. Winner takes home an LTI Mirai Pulse. Today, there is some skin in the game. That is a hover bike, one of the newer hover bikes in the game. So again, happy to see you guys here. If you have any questions, of course, don't be afraid to ask. You can join us in the community at discord.gg/XGR. Or if you're not a Discord fan, just go ahead and check out the website over at racexgr.gg. Yeah, indeed, Dirk. I did some calculating of how much value I have accumulated over my 3 or 4 years of being a racer. And the number was over, I believe it was over $10,000 worth of, just like Twitch subscriptions and just prizes and stuff. It's not all cash, of course. A lot of it's like gear, mounts and joysticks and everything in between. So, it's been a long and storied thing. So yeah, it's definitely profitable to be a Star Citizen racer. That's second saver. That's the pro move, that's right. Got our race host Speedweed and winner of last year's anniversary race heading over to the spaceport probably to get refueled. A 5-hour-long mule race, huh? Here's a point of view camera of iMonster getting rid of that thirst deficit, or at least trying to. You gotta take your helmet off, folks. Take your helmet off, Monster. He's got his helmet off. Oh, he's having Star Citizen moment, it looks like. Maybe it's empty. Throw it out, try again. It's gotta be empty. It's gotta be empty. Just drop it. Trash goes in the bin, and nobody wins, Just throw it on the ground.
Warning.
Is that really true? Let me ask. Hold on.
Hydrogen fuel 100%.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Complete. Landing gear up.
Thank
All right, I just got confirmation that these last two races, these last two mains, are going to be 6 laps each. 6 laps each. That is confirmed. Not joking. So 6 laps for the final 2 mains. It's going to be a little more tense. A little more endurance for these racers. Yeah, so a 6-lap race is going to be closer to 10 minutes each. All right, folks, we got the 60-second warning for main event number 2. And this is going to be a 6-lap race. I know the last main was 3 laps, but we've changed the rules for reasons. 30 seconds. Grid positions are, I believe, the same. Yeah, it's going to be the same throughout all 3 main events, so that's why the heats are important. Racers in front will still be in front, so it should be interesting. Hopefully it'll be just as clean of a start as before. We'll see what happens. And there they go. Racers are off the starting grid. Playing Fox in front with Boltok right behind. That's likely to be a shake-up later on. Fresh in third right now. Jacodin in fourth. We've got some crashes here. Sherazar's out. Emu's unfortunately out. Big ships. Cyprime's out. Fresh is out. Here's our point of view from Jacodin now in third place behind Playing Fox and Boltok. It's going to be a tight race between these racers. You got to watch these turns drifting in like that. Your bottom of your ship is, if somebody's taking an outside turn, going to be flying into somebody's cockpit. So that's where a lot of crashes has happened today. Here's Connor right behind Jacodin, looking to take that third place position. Boltok's moved up to first now, Playing Fox down to second. They are still fighting for that position. Oh, we've got an NPC Cutlass Black on the track. They're going to be dodging some fire. There it is. Unfortunately, we've got an NPC has wandered a bit close to our armistice zone here, so that's going to make this race pretty exciting for these guys. We'll see what happens as it plays out. Meanwhile, Connor giving us the view here back from fourth place still. Boltok in front, Playing Fox in second, Jacodin in third. Neojet's unfortunately DNF. Connor bringing up fourth place. These guys are right on top of each other. Ordito in fifth right behind, looking to redeem himself after that unfortunate DNF at the end of main number 1. Dionites is out, unfortunately. Here's Playing Fox's point of view. Fighting for third and second place with Jacodin. Jacodin now moving up to second. Playing Fox, whoa, using that boost speed to get edging just past Jacodin for a dangerous pass there. Jacodin's still just in front. These guys are right on top of each other. We're talking less than 100 meters between the two of them now. That's not a place you want to be in with such a big ship. This is going to get interesting. Here's our view from the top here from Speedweed. You can see these 3 racers coming up the brake check. That's Boltok there in front. Jacodin and Playing Fox fighting for second place. Connor Risnick coming up behind. Here's Connor's point of view. He likes to zoom down through that double gate dip. Getting a little bit high there on that turn for the start of Homeward Bound. But he's all right. Hanging in there at fourth place. Still has some work to do. Boltok in first. Jacodin right behind. Playing Fox right behind him. Connor taking that drifty turn up the top of the rocks to start lap number 3 of 6. are overhead watching second place. Still a big fight between Jacodin and Playing Fox. Boltok in first by about 500 meters. Jacodin's point of view now in second place, but still fighting pretty viciously with Playing Fox. Boltok about 500 meters ahead, and it looks like that gap might grow here. Boltok, again, one of the more celebrated racers in XGR. Lots of world records to his name. Definitely has a lot of practice under his belt. A skilled racer indeed. Unfortunately, Connor is out. Just caught his camera there as he was fading the black. Connor was not able to survive lap number 3, so he is out. Unfortunate. Meanwhile, here we've got iMonster watching sort of the back line get across the Skyway here. You see Boltok now going around homeward bound, finishing up lap number 3. Jacodin and Akka behind. It looks like that Cutlass is getting a little close to the racing line here. I don't know if he's in the armistice zone by now. He might not be able to shoot, but he could still be a problem. You can see the red indicator of the target here on Speedweed's camera showing where that Cutlass is relative to the racer, so it is dangerous. Yep, and we've got the sunrise, and I hear some racers over comms complaining again. This is the wrong, you might think that, Playing Fox is out, unfortunately, so that leaves Jacodin here wide open for second place. Unfortunately, yeah, with the sunrise, it can create some pretty dangerous situations for visibility for the racers, whether it's blaring in their face from the low sun or it's casting big shadows, making it even harder to see than it was in the dark. So Boltok now with a 2-kilometer lead over Jacodin, looking pretty good for him as long as he can hold it together these last couple of laps. Watching these racers come along brake check now. There's Boltok in front. Down through the double gates and coming along the front of Homeward Bound. Got the data camera here from iMonster 13. Watching Boltok finish up Homeward Bound and get ready for the last gate. We'll be starting up lap number 4, I believe. Okay, according to our race director is correcting me, leaders on lap number 5 right now. So as expected, there's a little more separation between these racers for the 6th lap race. We got Ordito in 3rd place. Big gaps between these racers, about a second or more, maybe 2 seconds between Boltok and Jacodin. And a little less than a second between Jacodin and Ordito right now for 2nd and 3rd place. We've got Jacodin's point of view here, and as you can see, Boltok's no longer in the direct field of view. You can only see Boltok on long straights. The lead has grown a bit more. Boltok now with a 2.7 kilometer lead over Jacodin at this portion last lap. Unfortunately, Oka is out. Another DNF. We're only down to 5 racers at this point. Bit more of a bloodbath versus race number 1. Got our camera watching Boltok climb up the last part of Homeward Bound to wrap up lap number 5. A 1:14 lap, pretty good. It's a very good lap for Boltok. Again, it looks like that lead between Jacodin and Boltok is about to grow. Boltok really pushing things to the limit here in 1st place. Jacodin looking pretty satisfied with a good 2nd place finish. DJ's unfortunately out. Down to 4 racers still alive on the track. Got eyes on Boltok. As you can see, the shadows of the morning sun almost making the visibility worse. This is something I talked about earlier. You got to be careful what you wish for when it comes to the morning twilight. Ordito is dead. Unfortunately, reporting in over comms that if I heard that correctly, a cat stepped on Ordito's keyboard and Ordito is now dead. So, rest in peace. Boltok, Jacodin, Kobasa, the last 3 in the lace. Kobasa really hanging in there. Not too bad of a lap time either with 1:23. Definitely showing that he has what it takes to keep up with the top racers and survive, more importantly. And there's Boltok crossing the start-finish line to take 1st place here. Heat number 2. Jackoden crossing the line. Kolbasa will be close behind here to finish up behind these racers. Looks like might be slowing down a bit. Might have taken some damage in one of the other laps. You can see Kolbasa's marker there from Jackoden's point of view as Kolbasa finishes up homeward bound. Climbing the rocks now and going up to the start finish to wrap up lap number 6. Oh, there's that Cutlass getting a little bit close to our camera person. Hopefully we can get somebody, some security out here to deal with that very pesky little pirate causing some chaos on the track. You can see some of our racers back up at Everest Harbor, getting some new ships, some new bodies, getting ready to come down here for main number 3. Let's check out our results from the last race. Boltok in first with a time of 7:37 for 6 laps. Jackoden in second place. Kolbasa in third. Everyone else might be getting points depending on when they finish, but those who didn't make it through the first lap will not be scoring. You have to at least make it through 1 lap to get some time on the board for us to be able to score you. So for those just joining, hi and welcome. Hi, hey, I kind of combined both of those there. My name's Splen. I'm happy to be commentating for you today. We've got some of our race officials trying to deal with that Cutlass up in the air, causing some problems for the racers. That was race 2 of 3 of our main events. Winner of today's event is going to walk away with an LTI Mirai Pulse, a new hover bike, this is XGR anniversary race number 3, marking the 3rd year of existence of Star Citizen's only canonized organization. Many of the racing tracks in-game, part of the WildStar Racing track, have been developed by XGR and their community and adopted by Cloud Imperium Games, canonized and added into the game as official racing tracks. That's right, folks, you could make money in Star Citizen by racing these tracks that the XGR community has developed. Got some action camera here of our host, Speedweed, taking care of that pesky pirate for us. A couple of our racers. Fortunately, the Cutlass is built like a brick shithouse, so it'll take a while for them to shoot that thing out of the air.
Attack on shields.
Send the racers up. And they soft death it. Down it goes. There's the debris of that pesky pirate crashing down to the ground outside of Lorville, even farther out than Lorville outskirts. I think Speedweed is just now coming to the realization that he's out of thirst. You can't see his thirst meters because he's running on an ultra wide, but as you can see, things are not going well. He needs some hydration. Stay hydrated, folks. That's a threat. So we've got one more event coming up here, folks. We're going to take a small bio break and let our racers get refueled, real life and in game. We're going to run to the commercials. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be back here for the electrifying final race of the evening for the XGR anniversary race. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Verpil Controls presents a new way to conquer the universe. No matter how you fly, as a solo pilot or in a squad, a beginner or a fighter race, it's time to update your cockpit. Complete flight immersion. All maneuvers are natural and intuitive. All ship controls right at your fingertips. Effortless and precise control input.
matter what you fly or how new your wings are, freedom is yours for the taking.
All right, folks. Well, we had a bit of a technical issue over our break. As you can see here, our host, Speedweed, is in a different ship. Something led to another, and somebody died. Somebody got really drugged. And now our host is coming back down in an arrow. So, yeah, we're getting ready to start our final event of the evening, main number 3, a 6-lap bout that may very well determine the winner of this engagement. Interesting view here from Speedweed. There's Lorville. You can see the racers there off to the side. We've got 60 seconds on the clock. I do not have standings for you. We will have our standings calculated at the end. One more race and then we'll see. I believe so, Dirk. I think the heats were only to determine grid position.
Quantum drive is now off.
All right, getting ready for main number 3. We've got our 10-second warning. Here we go. And our racers are off the line. Here they go for the start of main number 3. Looks like we've got Playing Fox in front this time. Boltox right behind. Again, that might be shaken up. Fresh in 3rd place. Connor's out. Neojet's out. Or it sounds like Ordito is out. Jacodin's out. Half of my race cameras are out. We've got Playing Fox left, though. Playing Fox here battling for 1st position, along with Boltok here. We've got some decent sunlight now, a little bit of different looking terrain for our racers as they can actually see where they're going this time. But a lot of our top contenders are out, with Jacodin, Connor, and Kolbasa out of the race. I believe Ordito's out as well. Sherazar's out. Can't really tell. Maybe Ordito's still in. We'll see. Good of you. No, Ordito is still in. That's my bad on that one. So we've got Ordito still in the race. A lot of top contenders. Fresh is still there. So still anybody's race at this point. We'll see what happens. Playing Fox still hanging on to that first place position, but you know Boltok's looking for it. Got to be able to keep his line intact to be able to keep up with Boltok. Boltok's definitely one of the strongest racers on the scene. Playing Fox is definitely no slouch. The top racers as well, so this should be a good standing battle between these two. Only 1.6 seconds separating first and second place right now, and only 1.4 seconds between Boltok and Fresh. So really, they are right on top of each other between first and third place. There's our top racers, Boltok, Fresh. Playing Fox still keeping his first place position for now. See our camera here from Speed. Only less than 2 seconds between Emu and Diplomat as well. Really good racing here for the final main event. And there they go up to the top of the Skyway. Looks like Fresh is still firmly in third place, Ordito in fourth. Boltok not able to catch up to Playing Fox. Playing Fox might have made some adjustments this time around to be able to keep that first place position. Playing Fox going down now into the double gate, getting ready to start homeward bound. Got our data cam here, courtesy of iMonster. Oh, Playing Fox is out. DNF'd. Unfortunate. In first place, unable to keep it together. And that leaves Boltok wide open for the first place position now. Now Boltok and Fresh, two top racers contending each other, and they are less than a second apart. So we've gone from the frying pan into the fire when it comes to top matches right now. These two racers battling it out. We've got Ricky Tiki and Oka, DJT, Diplomat still on the track. Fresh and Boltok, however, are the ones battling for first place at the moment. There they are right on top of each other trying to fight it out. Looks like Boltok might be getting a little more distance right now. Fresh has to keep pushing, but we've got back markers now. They got to get past Oka. This is going to complicate things for these racers as they try to keep on their lines, but avoid colliding into the racers that are a little newer, a little slower on the scene. You see there's a gap starting to build between Boltok and Fresh. Fresh really got to pick it up to be able to keep in contention for that first place position. Fresh taking a very tight turn, drifting a bit. Whereas Boltok took it a bit wider. You can see that closed the gap between them momentarily. In fact, Fresh might have had to slow down there to avoid colliding into Boltok. I've got no onboard cams right now for these racers, folks. They're all dead. The onboards have not survived. It's just Boltok and Fresh. Where's Fresh? Where's Fresh? Fresh has DNF'd. Unfortunate. Fresh could not survive the turn into homeward bound, and that leaves it wide open for Boltok. No more contention so far. Boltok has it wide open for first place. And that might be it, folks. I believe that would put Boltok in first place every single race for these last three mains. And that'll pretty much seal the deal for our winner for today. Unless a miracle happens, we'll see. We'll see. According to Fresh in our in-game comms, he wasn't able to brake fast enough in the storied brake check turn. Unfortunately, lost control. Yep, I think that's exactly what happened, Gerbo. Lost the lift. Braking and might have gotten out of control. It happens in the ship again, not a racer. Even though it happens in racers too, racers that have less stability on the yaw plane, like the M50, can still flop around a bit. So Boltok now firmly in the lead for first place. No contention around here. We got our data camera up here with iMonster, getting our crosshairs on Boltok to see where he's at. Boltok will have more trouble with back markers than anything else at this point. Believe it or not, Dirk, Boltok did not have pole position. It was Playing Fox. Boltok has been battling from second place off the grid each race. Still managed to take first place. We've got our 5 racers left. Boltok, Emu, Diplomat, Ricky Tiki, and Oka. Again, some of our more patient racers getting more points on the board just from staying alive. Whoa, our camera person is dead. Everyone's dying, folks. I'm down to a single camera now. I'm about to be blind here. We've got iMonster as our final camera. Oh my goodness. Try to refresh this camera to make it less blurry here. See if I can get that fixed up for us. There we go. So now we have eyes on Boltok coming around the turn to start lap number 6. Basically in a world of his own up there.
Please come to storage room 3 right now. Security to storage room 3.
Just kind of casually gliding through the final lap. 1:15 time in lap number 5. That's pretty darn good. He currently has the fastest lap, no surprise.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle
An
selection.
electrifying,
Staff, your
interesting at the
vehicle
very
has
least
been
finish to our XGR anniversary race number 3. Ricky Tiki a back marker for Boltok now. Boltok having half a mind to just casually pass him without taking any undue risks. They're up on the Skyway now, coming down to the double gate. Down to homeward bound and finishing up down there.
Until the current threat in this sector has been resolved, civilians are advised to avoid engaging in space travel. If not,
Unfortunately, we're getting a little bit of bandwidth latency through Video Ninja right now, so the feed might be a little bit blurry. I'll try to refresh it when I can, folks, but I don't want to take away from the action.
You are clear to launch.
And there we go, Boltok finishing with a 7:42, very fast, 6 laps. And Boltok, I think, will be undisputed taking away the LTI Mirai Pulse hoverbike as a prize for winning today's anniversary race. Congratulations to Boltok. Moo on lap number 6, Ricky Tiki on 5, about to start 6 now. Diplomat starting lap number 6. Let's do a quick camera refresh. There we go. Get a little bit more clarity in our camera here. I don't know why the bandwidth degrades over time. Some sort of buffering issue somewhere. Not on my end, though. We've got some of our deceased racers making their way back down. We've got Jackoden here, giving us an aerial view over the course. Speedweed, our host, coming back down. Peregrine. But Monster here proving that even cameramen have to practice survival at the finish sometimes. Emu crossing the line in 9 minutes. Still got Emu with a 2nd place finish on his first race ever, by the way. Brand new to the scene. Again, slow and steady wins the race sometimes. How about that? Oh, thanks, Kerbo. I appreciate that. Giving us a pretty nice chase cam here of our last racers. Who's in control? That's how you crash, camera people. Getting onto the race line, becoming a bit of a problem for Diplomat here. Race director has announced that we are all on the final lap now. Jackoden giving us some nice camera work. These two 300 eyes battling for position. Going coming down through the dive. Looks like Speedweed's feeling the itch. Some racing in himself. Second Saber. Last year, myself and Dollar Store commented this race for almost 6 hours. So thankfully, it was Speedweed's gone again. Thankfully, it was a little more kind this year. Kept it manageable, and it's only about a 3-hour race this time around. Not even 2.5 hours so far. Not bad at all. Nice and smooth. We're getting good over the years, huh? I'm Monster watching Ricky Ticky finish it up. And Oka still on the track. Jacodin's got eyes on. There's Oka.
Start retreatment now.
Would the head nurse please report to Med Station 4? Head nurse to Med.
Until the current threat in this
There's
sector
our
has been
final
resolved,
turn on
civilians are
Homeward
advised to
Bound.
avoid engaging in space travel.
Heading up to the start finish. Oka crossing that line. Congratulations to all of our racers, new and veteran, for another wonderful anniversary
Please visit us again.
year 3
Welcome
race.
to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Vehicle selected.
Hey racers,
Well,
Glenn here, broadcasting live right now, just chiming in saying congratulations on XGR anniversary race number 3, a fantastic race, very smooth, very professional, both new and veteran racers, so you look good today.
Thank you.
Congratulations, all racers.
Appreciate it.
Fuck yeah, can't.
Huge shout out to our host Speedweed, our race director Luigi, as usual. I know it's very late for you where you are, Luigi, so thank you for being here. I'm Monster for the camera work. Everyone else for donating either your first person cams or your camera work as well. Really appreciate it for putting on a good show. And so, do we have final results?
Yes, Diplos and the final results.
The overall results for the race. Do we have that coming up?
Yeah, I think we might need a few minutes to get that. Actually, can I pull you away, Louis?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we're gonna let our. Oh, sorry about that. We're gonna let our racing officials get all set up here for the final tally of the racing. No griefernet sus. That's right. Well, you know why? It's in an armistice zone. No need for security today. This track is firmly in an armistice zone. So, you know. GG to you. Thank you, Tatsu. I'm assuming you're Okamiyu? Okamiyu, thank you very much for racing today. Oh no! Jacodin taking a tumble and he's out for the count. We're running out of cameras to show here down here at the racetrack. Thank you for the kind words, folks. Just getting our final tally together. Excuse me. Onboard cam courtesy of Connor Risnick here, watching him do some laps here at Lorville outskirts in a Razor, or iRazor. And again, folks, if you're new to the scene or just wondering what's going on, check us out over at discord.gg/XGR. Or you can check us out over at racexgr.com. Yep.
Okay, so the winner of the day will be Boltok with 3 wins in each main. And as a shout out, we have Emu Lockwood and Okameo as racers of the day for showing up and, really putting themselves out there. Boltok will be winning a Mirai Pulse with LTI, courtesy of Calstar. And yeah, we have also, that is it for today.
All right, there we
Thank you,
go. So
Speedweed.
thank you, Speedweed. Thank you, Luigi. And that'll be
Yep.
it for us today, folks. So thank
See
you for
you at
tuning in.
CitCon.
See you guys at
See
CitizenCon.
you
I think I
guys
have
at
one more
CitizenCon.
race I'm going to be commentating before then, coming up here on October 5th. But yeah, thank you guys very much. So that's it for me, folks. Thanks for tuning in. My name's Splen. Hope you enjoyed the show. We're going to try to get a raid going here if I can, if I remember how to do it. It's been so long. Let's see if this guy's going to take our raid. There we go. We're going to go check out Super Opinion TV, playing Star Citizen, doing some casual stuff over there. Go ahead and shout out to him once you get over there. Say hello. Thank you guys for being here today. We'll see you next time on the track. Thank you very much, and have a good night.